The Conrail Southern Tier Line consists of the former Erie Lackawanna trackage between Suffern and Buffalo, New York. The trackage was inherited by Conrail on April 1st, 1976, when Conrail took over the bankrupt Anthracite railroads in the Northeast. Under Conrail, the Delaware Hudson was granted trackage rights on the Southern Tier Line to access the Buffalo area. In Volume 2, we'll look at Conrail and D&H operations on the Southern Tier Line, as well as some of the connecting lines, including the ex-DLW Scranton line, the former Lehigh Valley Auburn line from Owego to Dryden, and the Corning Secondary from Geneva, New York to South Williamsport between 1976 and 1983 through the films of Dave Deyo.
Here goes a westbound D&H man at Lover's Lane, Great Bend, July of 78. An eastbound Conrail man on the Susquehanna River at Great Bend. Conrail freight at Owego in November of 78. Notice he had 250-400. There's a D&H guy with Western Marin Power at Jefferson Junction, April of 79. There I got going out at Great Bend, April 19th, 79. There's a fellow from Ardmore walking across. He's trying to find Philly. There's a Conrail freight coming. There's a guy getting off moving equipment and running. Oh my God, Roanoke, do you see that? And he walks between his train and an opposing train. Oh man. This is January 1980 at SR with a meet. There's eastbound freight at Great Bend, June of 80.
Next, we'll explore the ex-Lehigh Valley Auburn line from Owego to Dryden. This line has a connection to the Southern Tier at CP Owego in Owego.
Here's the day before the takeover, March 30th, 76. There goes the track patrol with Joe Couson at Turner's Bridge, Owego. He's heading for Groton. Then here comes OM1, the 264, and I think the 256. Here's the old 56 caboose. And there's a caboose with a mind of its own. It takes off when they didn't make the hitch. Run after it. OM1 is now based at Owego. Now we depart for Dryden, OM21. Going by Flemingville Station. North Valley. Now we're at Dryden. Gonna do a little switching here. Now we're crossing Mill Street in Dryden, heading back. Now we're crossing Route 200 at Harford Mills.
Now we'll tour the Corning secondary line from Geneva, New York to South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The Corning secondary connected with the Southern Tier Line at CP Gang Mills in Corning, New York.
He's going from Geneva, New York to South Williamsport. He's leaving the south end of Geneva now. We're gonna go down the west side of Seneca Lake. Watkins Glen, the south end of Seneca Lake. This is at Gang Mills, the director's special pulling in there. We're going down the Corning secondary to Williamsport. This is, I think, the trip where they decided to rip the secondary track out through the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. They had their slicing axe out. Now we're coming into Wellsboro Junction. Here's the Trout Run Narrows. A lot of this today is your typical abandoned railroad hiking trail. Jersey Mills. You've seen some of these locations in the Cantner films when it was New York Central. Here we are at Torbett's Bridge in Ramsey. This for sure is in the Cantner stuff. There's meeting a freight at SR Block Limit Station, Jersey Shore. The Director's Special, April 28th, 83. This is the Do Away with the Erie. This is at Olean, New York. There we painted the engines Pullman green, and the train also. Alfred Station, New York, on the old Erie. That's the end of this trip. I want to thank Donnie Cardone, the conductor, for helping with the guys that are in this picture, and Danny Armitage, two Valley men that I always could trust. That's all.